5. 1, 2. One, two, three, four. Okay. I think we'll be a little bit louder. Okay, let's see. Alright. Hopefully that's not too loud. And here I am. Sweet. Okay. Alright. Hey, everybody. Alright. Welcome, Anne. Let me make sure you're...
Everybody, I don't know if I'm here. Here I am. Hey, it's so great to see everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not snowing here. Excuse me, it's actually been really nice today.
Anne is wearing green as usual.
I just thought that in a minute. I'll
Hey, back up a little bit closer to... Let's see if we can get the trees on you. Just back up a little bit more. There we go. There she goes. Disappearing Anne.
It's pretty amazing. Is this going to bother people? I don't know. I actually wore a green shirt. What is my deal?
It's not going to bother anybody.
Okay.
Okay. Welcome. Hopefully you guys can't hear me. I have been behind the scenes making some tweaks and am going to continue to make some tweaks. Please hoop there.
Will do.
And anyway, so we're going to kind of have a continuation in a way of the last class, but you don't need to have watched the last class to have fun tonight. What I mean by just continuing the theme is that we're going to... there we go.
God love the Irish. What do you say?
Okay, we're going to continue with the theme of using a small amount of metaphor to bring awareness to different parts of the body. And the hope with this is this is like kind of like an exercise just to keep the creative juices flowing in your hoop dance. You know, like it may not be that you feel like you've come up with something new every single time you hoop, but this having creativity in your hoop really will help kind of keep you going in your hoop practice and bring a lot of enjoyment to it. And sometimes, like, we don't realize it, but like the constrictions of our body are just sort of, without even our awareness, are limiting our creativity as far as like what we can do. And so sometimes it is good to use metaphor, like we did last week with pretending that the hands are birds or that the body are trees or whatever, to help break us out of known restrictions, so that then our creativity knows, well, we can go there too, and just sort of bloom up our dance. Does that make sense?
Amen.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, I really want to get to... Oh, I forgot to set the timer. Oh, shucks.
We're good. That was perfect. That was, right on time.
Well, it wasn't 6 hours long, I don't think. Okay. I think that's pretty good, though. Let's get going.
Let's do it.
And we're gonna... I think I've got everything worked out, y'all. We're gonna be bouncing between SoundCloud and iTunes, but I've pretty... inevitably something's gonna not work, but I think that I have successfully gone through this entire system. Okay. Oh, wait. That's nice, but that's not what we're listening to right now. Yeah, okay, here we go. All right. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. Sometimes it helps to understand complex things, to break them down into parts, knowing that they are one thing, but separating them into parts so that you can handle the enormity of what you're trying to understand. So in the spirit of that, we're separating tonight the mind and the body. We're only separating them so that we can appreciate and understand each of them. Audible breath in. We can imagine distance between mind and body. Sometimes it feels like a long distance, and sometimes it feels as if they're holding hands. Audible breath in. All right. That song was not long enough for me. Yeah, we're going to keep going. You can follow along with me, or you can keep swaying. But we're going to do a guided sway. Audible breath in. I invite you to close your eyes, although that may not be necessary or even enjoyable for some of you. Whether you're blindfolded or not, or eyes closed or not, I invite you to bring awareness to your breath, breathing all the way into the body, feeling the physical process of breathing all the way in and all the way out. And inviting in the idea that with every breath, your mind is taking a step closer towards your body, and your body is taking a step closer towards your mind. Every breath, both parties take a step forward towards each other. And I invite you to be in only that. To be in only the process of the mind and body walking towards each other. The space in front of you is your day side. The space behind you is your night side. Audible breath in. As we discussed last week, for fun, you can imagine your hands as two birds. Each hand represents a bird. And And whether they flap or whether they coast and soar is up to you and your hands. Whether they make shapes, whether they fly the same way as each other, all of that's up to you. But if you have two hands, then you have two birds. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. Nice.
I was really feeling it in that second song. Thank you for going with that, Thomas.
Yeah, sure.
Woo! Yeah, I'm ready to move. Feeling very, very connected. Thanks to all of y'all for being here and making that happen.
Okay. Okay. So tonight we are going to bring in hands and now feet. So this will be a sweet. So we're going to stay and keep our hands involved as we did in the last class, thinking of them as birds. But for this next exercise, we're going to, if we have to choose, we're going to focus on the two tree aspect of slow flow moving. And what that means is that I am going to shift my weight from one leg to another leg. And then the two tree or the two bird aspect of it will be that I move my hands metaphorically. I keep awareness in both of them. Tonight's going to be a bit of, there'll be maybe a little bit heavier on the guidance for a flow class, but I just want to do my best effort to help bring you along to where Anna and I are trying to go tonight. So I invite you into slow flow, whatever that means for you. But I really invite you to explore balancing on one of your two legs, for however long that is. I don't recommend balancing long enough, like to the terminal point where you have to fall over. Audible breath in. So your body is seen as two trees. You have a left side or a right side. Your feet are roots. So when you come up onto one foot, by relaxing your foot, you're letting those roots spread, if that makes sense. I come up onto one, and if I can relax the foot, it spreads those roots. Then when I do want to switch weight, maybe I can take my time and slowly shift my weight. I'm in slow flow right now for me, so I can shift that weight slowly back to one leg. this for us is a strength building exercise. I like the results of strength training. I don't always like the doing of it. So for me, the idea of working on my balance just doesn't sound fun, but the idea of me moving in slow motion, shifting my weight from one tree to another, that is enough of a creative runway for me to take off from that. Okay.
Love
So
extended balancing. And I love isolating the two tree, especially without having the hoop in motion, because we've done a lot of our two bird two tree exercises with the hoop in rotation around the waist, and it was really nice to slow it down and get with the hands and feet with just the point being much slower.
Okay. Thanks, Anne. All right. No, I don't want to listen to that. All right, this was when I was going to jump over to my playlist. Yes. Okay. Anything, I think we are going to move on to the core, but we're going to do kind of one in between now and core. Oh, my hair's trippy. Is that okay? Oh, yeah. Okay, so for our next exercise, we're going to explore, and this is sort of something we've been building on for a while now, but I want you to explore as you raise one of your feet, using that that raised leg as a point of contact on the hoop, so that like it becomes a second point or a third point or whatever. This can be one more way to explore strengthening your balance without like feeling like you're working on your balance. I mean, if it inspires you to say working on your balance, I mean, we're all working on our balance. Whatever gets you off the couch. Audible breath in. So I'm shifting my weight. That means I'm balancing on one leg. That means one leg is free. And what I'm inviting you to do for this exercise is just to explore how contact with the off leg, that means the leg off the ground in this case. Maybe you're hanging the hoop from it just in general. Keep your breath with you, it'll make it more fun. Audible breath you really want it, I mean, I'm not saying you need to, but if you want to take it to an either higher level, for me, of fitness, and probably you're doing this already, but if you're not, is to spend some time going up and down once you're in the balance. You can work that into your dance flow. I'm wearing white socks on purpose tonight so you can see my feet, but okay.
I just want to share. I was really finding that I was able to play in that and kind of roll, do some funky rolls. Like my leg point would be, letting the hoop come down and kind of just roll. It was really fun. It was I was just able to let go. Thanks.
Okay. All right. Oh, that was fun for me. Okay. I'm thinking maybe we'll try some a little bit of core. Now, I'll be honest, this might be a little bit of an advanced technique for you. But what we're going to try tonight, if you can shoulder hoop, this will be fun. You can do this on the waist. I'm just going to. This is really for learning or for shoulder hooping, but it's going to be a great way to learn how to shoulder hoop. But for our next exercise, we're going to explore putting on the core, since this is supposed to be advanced, kind of putting it on the core, taking it off really fast, and it's kind of like a way to warm up both. So I'll show you what I'm talking about without the music on. So I'm going to press play on the music. I'm going to shift into, or just keep into this warrior and using my 2 feet thing. But then I'm going to push the hoop. Whoa. Then I'm going to push the hoop on me, take it off. And what we're going to work on is this kind of like establishment of current. Does that make sense? So I'm pushing. And the establishment of the current could be something as short as what I'm doing right now, which essentially just reverses.
And noticing how Bags' feet keep moving.
Right. That's
in both cases.
Nice. That's what we're getting at, is that you'll feel that your push, your step, like you might realize that your shoulder hooping, maybe you're not getting it, maybe because there's not enough energy on that push. So maybe having 2 hands will actually help you, and adjusting the plane. Like you can take the wobble out of it by adjusting the height of your hands. All right, let's try it to music. It's more fun. So just to be clear, actually, I'll demo this a little bit before we let the cameras jump around, just to make sure you can understand what we're doing. I'm going right back into that flow we were just working on here, using that off leg. But now I'm adding current to it. So in my off body flow, however it goes, I'm going to add essentially, a drop-in and a paddle are the same thing. What I mean by that is that you're not just bringing the hoop back, but you're setting it in rotation. So that's called a lift. A drop-in is when I bring it down. But if you imagine, you are setting it into rotation. So you give it a push, like you're pushing your kid on a swing or something. I like this track. love core hooping, if you're ready to explore core hooping right straight away, then you can just let the hoop stay up there. If you're still digging your off-body flow or just feeling like you want to stay there in some warrior, I like doing just one rotation, pulling it off. It's a great way to teach yourself stalls. So this is a great example, hopefully it's obvious by now, but of coordination with the hands and the feet. And this is like what can lead to that sort of all over body awareness. If you're like me, then my most like cool feeling ones and my most cool seeming smooth transitions, most of those are when I'm also aware of my feet at the time I'm doing it. And by aware, it just means I'm turning the lights on in my feet. That's it. I'm not asking them to do anything. I'm just turning the lights on. So this is essentially, without naming it, this is two bird, two tree. Meaning I'm moving both of my hands. Oh, hey Rita. I think I missed a couple of these comments, but hey everybody. Nice.
Oh yeah, that was a great combo. That was a flow combo extraordinaire.
Nice.
But I pulled my neck at the last moment.
Oh no.
So I'm gonna rehab it gently for a moment.
Oh, that story had a plot twist.
It wasn't in the plan.
Okay. Do you think you'll be able to core hoop? Okay, that's where I was gonna go. Yeah. You're extra green now. Okay. Oh, water break. Yeah, we can take a water break. Okay, alright. The next exercise we're going to work on is rooting. And we're going to get into core hooping, but we're going to do one more kind of in-between song, and that's going to be... Alright, here we go. Okay, that's enough of a break. I'm glad that everybody's drinking water. What was I going to do? Oh, right. So I want to talk a little bit about kind of an in-between exercise if you want. But I'm going to move, since it's kind of, I'm sort of aiming this into an advanced class tonight, we're going to jump straight to doing fits of shoulder breaks here.
And I just want to tell folks who are new to this, just pay attention to how much you twist into and out of these repeated shoulder breaks, and you'll find that your twist, the more you go spring into and out of that twist, the smoother those are going to go. And you can see it with Bex, and you can see how his heart center is like fully turning from side to side as he beautifully matches with the background.
So instead of this, especially if you're a beginner.
Exactly.
There's no rules in hooping, but especially if you're a beginner,
yeah,
the twist that Anne's pointing out is exactly what I want you to see right now.
And it's cool also now you can see it from the bird's eye view, and you can see how much it's true. And turn your head with it, Bob, and show it even more dramatically. See, yeah, exactly. And then when you do your head with it, y'all should try to do with your head with it. Excuse me, it's very cool. God, what's wrong with me?
I don't know.
I was about to say something profane.
All right, so if you take, just to bring this back in, I think this is going to be too chill to play I wanted some kind of sort of more chill track for this, but let's see if this, no, this will work. So what I want to do is use my rooting to help me dig in on these breaks. And I'm using them at the shoulders, but if you could do waist breaks, same thing. If this is ahead of where you are or just not your flow tonight, you could just do these off body. The feeling will be the same. I'm going to be doing them at the shoulders, but the feeling will be the same. And, everybody's different, and everybody, has different doors in their learning. There are some, doors that are just unlocked already for some people. They don't have to work at all to get through them. There's no puzzle to solve. And then for others, that same passage is locked and it takes a minute to get through it. So wherever you are in that process, well, it's the process. Audible breath in. But I'm digging with the outside edge. I'm imagining energy going from the outside edge of my feet down into the ground on these breaks. And so when I stop it with my right hand, or if you don't know your left and right, just when I stop it with one hand, that foot digs in. I'm sending energy down into the ground there to dig in on that moment. But these are like magical roots of trees, and they go deep, but then they pull out, they retract very quickly, and then they send over into the other foot, and let those roots dig. And it can really tighten your brakes, it can speed them up, but it can definitely give you more of a workout.
It can also be fun to vary the speed, go really fast and then really slow, and then in between.
Good point.
I was just loving doing it at the waist, and it was really like a great back stretch. So if you haven't tried it at the waist, definitely try it at the waist at least for part of the time, because it feels so good. Oh my God.
Okay, so I want to do, I think we're going to have to, yeah, okay, I don't know exactly what song we're going to do this to, but now we're going to do one legit core hooping song, because I want you to, because this will really open up the feet. I don't know how we're doing on time, but I'm imagining, like always, we're running late. Oh, no, okay, we're doing okay. All right, so we're going to jump with the hoop on the waist right now. Actually, I'll just go ahead and bring music on. And I'm getting the sense that we've had, or I'm feeling personally like we've had a pretty high energy class, so we're not going to get crazy here at the end, but we're going to. So what I'm going to invite you to do right now, I invite you to open your feet. Even I'm in slides, I'm gonna stay in slides, but I'm gonna open my feet. Like I'm gonna go ahead and overemphasize. I'm gonna bring my toes like all the way out, just like if I was to open my hands like a little kid. Open all the way out. I'm opening my feet, and then I'm letting them relax. And then I'm opening them, and I'm letting them relax. And then if you can, without injuring yourself or whatever, I can open them and then maybe lean forward into them. But through the process of opening them up and then constricting them or closing them or opening them up or letting them settle, I can generally, without too much effort, I can feel how that opening and closing is working its way into the hoop's rotation. And more importantly than that, I can feel how my feet, what's happening at the palms is having a huge, the palms of my feet is having a huge effect on what's happening up on where the hoop is. If my feet are like hitting these, pads, two in front and two in behind at all, just that wiggle of my feet tends to, if I make everything else rigid, it puts a lot of pace on the hoop.
And just to tell people in that effort, don't forget that you have knees and ankles, like you can really bend the knees to get into that when your feet are planted. Yeah.
Now, we're all at different levels, different injuries, whatever. But you can feel the effect of the pads of your feet, and you can sort of put them through the paces by just changing like the distance between each foot. Or if I put one foot like well in front of the other one. Instead of thinking about like, well, what the hell, I'm on my waist. Instead of thinking like, well, what can my waist do? What can even my upper body do? Instead of thinking that like right now, we're almost like, look, if the feet are doing what we want them to do, the upper body doesn't have to really move that much at all, because almost all of the motion is hitting the upper body. It's not being created from the upper body. It's hitting the upper body. It's coming in like a wave from the feet all the way up through to the core. Connecting your feet is how you can kind of take out some of that awkward craziness when you're trying to learn, either second current into place or shoulders or whatever. When you do come up to the shoulders, it's easy to forget about the feet. But actually, the feet on shoulders are usually the first neglected, but they actually help the most. So wherever you're at right now, it doesn't matter as far as your technique. But you're bringing your energy, you're bringing your feet wiggle. Literal energy is coming up from the feet. Play with the pace of your hoop. You can speed the hoop up when it's going around you. See how that affects your palm. When I say palm, I'm meaning the palms of your feet. Hopefully your heart rate's coming up. That's good. If you're really feeling it, you can move back to some of that balance wheel we're doing 15 minutes ago. And you'll feel what a difference those 1 foot makes. I used to demo Disco Fingers, Sky Angle. Either way though, my feet are where all this rhythm is coming from. All right. Okay, that was enough of a workout. Do you have anything you want to say before I... Oh wait, I don't think you... Is your mic on?
Yeah, no, saying that definitely tuckered me out, but I did really find a rhythm, especially at the end. And again, I find, I've got that sustained focus thing. I really like to drill in and to find like a new way of doing something. And because I was just that beat and, moving back and forth and side to side, I was finding new feelings.
Oh, nice. All right. Okay, so we have one song. Well, actually, we could do one exercise and then we'll call it. Just let it be a free hoop. After last week's debacle, it's nice to have it. Everything running on time tonight. Yeah, you got some steady angles. Good. Okay, here, the feedback, the returns are coming in. Okay. What's that? Yeah, we're gonna mix it up and go back to off body. And then we're gonna work on, we're gonna explore folding. But the exploration of the folding, we're gonna think of it. Of course, there's any number of ways you could think of it, but tonight I'm gonna invite you to think of it as an orb. Audible breath in. So from now on, for those of you that have watched this, a 2-bird, 2-tree exercise means that I'm moving my 2 hands, or at least I'm aware that they can move, and I'm moving my 2 legs. If I want to make it super athletic, then I try to make it for me so that I'm spending, 95% of the time on one of my 2 legs. With the 2-bird aspect of it, I really try to remember that there is a northern arc. I naturally hunch anyway, as you can tell. So using the full range and flight of the 2 hands help open me up. Okay. All right. I think we'll just move into what would be our free hoop time. I will. Sweet. And do you have anything to say before we go into free hoop land?
Well, I think I'm going to teach on Saturday.
Oh, right. Yeah, totally.
And I think I'm going to just talk about some axis spins, some, from floor to booty to shoulders to head to arm. And I think that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So come join us.
Anne is teaching. She will have the microphone and be running the show on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be fun.
Sweet.
Come spin.
Okay, guys, we will. Oh, sweet! That song put it together. Oh, sweet, great. Okay, let's just free hoop from here. Thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate it. Wait, is that what we just heard? You guys are welcome. Thank you. Thank you guys. Yeah, and thanks for the patience last week with the major pushback. That won't happen again. Everything's cool. Sweet.
Oh my God, thank y'all so much. This is just so much fun. Lindsay, so great to see you. Old Hoop Pather, New York Hoop Pather. It's wonderful to have everybody come together in this virtual space. Yeah. Mwah. And I'll see you Saturday, I hope. Love y'all.